Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of She's Magic. We are doing a pick a card for this beautiful full moon that we are experiencing. And the full moon is in Pisces, which is about tapping into your dreams, listening to your intuition, really honing in on your psychic abilities, making sure that you have your healthy boundaries up, because this is also a time of, feeling like just being tired of all of the stuff that is going on in the world. And so you might be having the urge to numb. And so this is just knowing if you're having those feelings, you are experiencing the energy of this full moon. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a minute to pick which pile. So this one here is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay, well, the back of this reading is for my pile 1. So if you chose this crystal, this is a piece of carnelian. Carnelian is all about vitality, giving you energy, giving you that perseverance to follow through on what it is that you're wanting to bring to fruition. It really helps with giving you a boost of energy in that sense. So if you were drawn to this crystal, it is because maybe you're feeling a little sluggish and you just don't have it in you. And maybe you're feeling like you want to give up on something. So that might be the reason why you were drawn to that. I also want to let you know before I get started, I have collaborated with Lucky in Love Crystal. It's luckyinlovecrystals.com. And she's created this beautiful collection of crystals that work with the Manifesting Moon Magic Planner journals. So if you've gotten your copy already, inside, I do give you certain crystals to work with. I let you know, what the spiritual meaning is, the metaphysical meaning for the crystal, and how you can use it while you are manifesting. And so she was generous enough to give us a bag full of crystals, and the crystals are all inside of the planner journal. So this is a beautiful collaboration. And if you are wanting crystals that are coming from a source with integrity, then I recommend Lucky in Love Crystals. So let's go ahead and move forward with your reading. So I'm going to go ahead and I will start with the oracle cards. You got humor as your from the goddess, the goddess deck. It's called Goddess Power Oracle. I love it's Azumi humor. So there right away I'm feeling like either you, for my pile 1s, you're experiencing a lot of laughter or you want more laughter. And how I'm reading it, especially with going with this crystal, it is all about your sacral chakra, which is creativity and having that fire energy, that passion. So maybe you are feeling like you need a boost there, right? This energy is really zapping you from the full moon, because the full moon goes into the magnetotail 3 days before and 3 days after. So just because the full moon, is today, it depends on where you live in the world, or it's tomorrow. But because, we think that the full moon affects us on the day, it really affects us 3 days before and after, because it's still in that powerful magnetotail where the energy is the strongest. So you might be feeling that, like you want to just have some laughter, some fun, some vitality, some energy, some passion, some creativity. Maybe you're feeling like that passion block. So for my pile ones, that's the reason why you were drawn to the crystal and to this pile. So let's go ahead and move forward with your other oracle. Okay, so we've got contract, but it's in the reverse. So you can see contract in the reverse. So contracts, it could be a legal contract, it could be a marriage contract, it could be a contract from a home, it could be a partnership, but maybe that's what's draining you is maybe you're waiting for a contract to be signed, maybe you're waiting on a sale of something, and it's really depleting you because it's taking too long. And so there is that feeling of not having balance. It's like it's hard for you to move forward when you're still in the unknown of knowing, do you move forward? Like, for instance, maybe you're ready to move and you're waiting on a closing for a house, or waiting for the bid to go through to see that you've even gotten the house. And so you feel like you're in limbo, you're out of balance, like I'm stuck, I can't move forward because of this contract. I need to know what's going to happen so I can move forward. So you might, for my pile ones, you might be experiencing this. Now, again, this is a general read. So take what resonates and leave the rest. But this is, you could also be a Libra who's watching this, and maybe you're feeling off kilter, out of balance. And that's why you're craving this vitality and this happy energy, wanting that boost of passion and really feeling good in your body. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next. And we've got look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius, which is interesting because, again, Sagittarius is a fire sign. So we've got this orange from the carnelian, and there's a lot of orange in this reading. And so I really feel like there's something that's really zapping your energy, and it's really keeping you from moving forward, right? To feel passionate about something, to feel expansive energy, to feel like you're creating. And with the full moon, it's bringing that to your attention. So you're feeling it a little bit more intensely. And that's just because with the moon representing our subconscious mind, she will shine a light upon what is hiding in the subconscious. That, it's like when you feel off and you're not really sure why you feel off, and because it's so buried in your subconscious, you can't see where it's coming from. And so Spirit is saying to look at the bigger picture. So whether you're waiting for a contract, maybe looking at the bigger picture of what that would mean for you if the contract didn't go through, or if it went through, or really just taking a look and seeing why there is this feeling of being out of balance, feeling like you don't have that, because you can see, like with the Sagittarius, it's about the bow and arrow. So it's like having your target, knowing where you're going. And this contract card in reverse feels like there's some unfinished business somewhere in your life. There's some unfinished business that's really zapping your energy. Okay, so let's move on to the next card. We have Sacred Union Partnership. Okay, so for my pile ones, I had mentioned this contract could be about partnership. And, it could be that you're waiting for this person to commit, to say, I'm ready to move forward. And because they haven't committed, you're in limbo, right? You don't know if you should forget about this relationship, or if you should hold on to it, or even a partnership. It doesn't have to be love. It could be in business. And you're waiting for somebody to sign the contract and they're really dragging their feet. And so you're in limbo, okay? Whatever this is, it doesn't have to be a romance, okay? It does say partnership and romance, but it is a connection between two people, okay? This could be a collaboration. This could be, starting something new, like a new job. But there's something with the contract, okay? There's something with the contract. This could be, you're dealing with lawyers and you need to know what the final outcome is going to be so you can just get on with your life. That kind of feeling, that's what's coming up in the cards. So let's move on to the tarot cards so I can get a better idea for my pile ones. Okay, so you've got commitment in reverse. Okay, so yeah, this is looking like it is geared around partnership. For my pile ones being drawn to this energy, I feel like it is around, let me just move these cards around. I do feel like it is around a commitment, a contract, a commitment. It's in reverse. So this person that you're waiting on they're wishy-washy, right? Like they're not all in, and you want the passion, you want joy, you want laughter. And because they're not committing, they're keeping you in limbo. And that's where Spirit is saying, take a look at the bigger picture, right? Because if this is a relationship, maybe you're wanting to rush into it, but you're not looking at the bigger picture, why this person is wishy-washy, why they aren't committing, what's going on with them, what do they need to work on, what do they need to heal, what is keeping them from the fear of making that commitment, the fear of taking the leap, right? Because even if this isn't a love relationship, let's say this is a partnership, if somebody is being wishy-washy, then you need to look at the big picture. Like if they sign the contract, is this going to be a good contract, right? Because if they're showing who they are from the beginning, okay? And if they're showing you that they have a hard time with commitment, do you really want to be in partnership, whether it's business, love, a travel buddy, whatever it is, whatever this commitment is, because like I said, it is a general reading. But Spirit is saying, do you want that in your life? Do you want somebody that is not finding your value or your worth and they can't commit, right? They can't commit to whatever this is that you're asking because you're fully committed, right? When I look at humor, Uzami, it's like this energy it brings you joy, just the thought of it. But if you looked at the bigger picture and you could see where the contract and the commitment is in reverse there, and it's having to do with a partnership, there is something that you aren't seeing. Okay, so look at the bigger picture. Let's move on. Okay, we've got Archangel Raphael. So Archangel Raphael is all about the heart chakra. Okay, what do you feel in your heart? What do you feel in your heart? Do you feel like you're overlooking something? Is there some red flags there? Is there a reason why you're not feeling passionate and alive and feeling in limbo? Is there something that you're not seeing? Because for my pile ones, I feel like you're all in, right? Your heart is all in. But there's this, the word keeps coming up, wishy-washy, like inconsistent. Somebody is being inconsistent and you're feeling it, but you are you're willing to, put the blindfold on, right? Because right here, you can see with the contract card, she's got a blindfold on and she's feeling her way. She's trusting her intuition to see if there's balance, right? She's got the scales in her hand and she's just using her intuition. Does this feel good? Does it feel balanced? Does it feel like it's right? And to have the card next to it that says, look at the bigger picture. This person could be a Sagittarius, okay, that we're talking about in the partnership. But, it's just, I'm really hearing that if it's meant for you, you don't need to hold on so tight, right? So focus on you, focus on what you're doing, what you want. I know it's hard for my pile ones. It seems hard because you've committed, but the commitment isn't being returned, right? And with the full moon being in Pisces, it is receptive energy. It is trusting in your intuition. It is being in the receiving mode. It is the feminine energy of yin. It's like that calm, restful state and receiving. And so there might be that feeling of being out of balance because you're ready to receive. This is for my pile ones. You are ready to receive whatever this is, and you're following your heart, but there is some uncertainty around there. Let's go ahead and see. Buddha prepares. So Buddha prepares is all about trusting, again, like sitting with yourself and really seeing. This is where you're going inwards and you're focusing on what you want, what feels good to you. Where are you being guided? Where are you being led? Okay. Where is this journey taking you? Because sometimes we get so caught up in wanting something big to happen in our lives that we overlook the signs. And you've got, like, again, you have a lot of orange in your reading, which it is about your creative energy, your passion, co-creating. Like, maybe you're wanting to get married because you want to start a family. And so you're rushing it because, you're at that peak and you're willing to overlook all the signs because you feel like your time is running out, kind of thing. I don't know why that came up. That's for someone who needed to hear that. But, sometimes we overlook things because we want the picture, the puzzle to fit together. So when you go inwards and you feel in your body and really trust your heart, where are you being led by your heart? What is your heart? What is your intuition telling you? Because this is in reverse. This commitment is in reverse. This contract is in reverse. So let's get some clarifiers here for my pile ones. Let's just see, Spirit, if you can just give me some clarity on this commitment. What should my pile ones do? They're stuck in limbo. They're not sure. They know that they're ready to feel more passion in their life and connection, and they're just wanting some clarity. So for my pile ones, Spirit, can you please just give me what is this commitment in reverse about? What is this commitment? Knight of Wands. Okay, Knight of Wands is, this is a fire. It could be a fire sign. This is someone that maybe could be a little immature. And, maybe, it's like he's going in the other direction. There's some fear about commitment. Okay. And I feel like if this is for those, if it's a romantic relationship, This person is just, you know, a little immature, okay? And they are, they're afraid, okay? They're afraid of this commitment. But then if it's not about love, you know, this could mean that there's a, let's see if I can give you this card a little better. This could mean that there's an important letter coming in. So what's holding up from the commitment or this contract being signed is because there's a document that's missing, okay? So whatever this is that you're wanting it to move forward, the holdup might be that this person is waiting on a document, some kind of letter, something that can move this forward, okay? Let me go ahead and get some clarity on this. Archangel Raphael, let me know about, okay, the moon card in reverse. Okay, so for those of you, so the moon card is all about your subconscious, your thoughts, your intuition, following, you know, following what your heart is telling you. You know, it also can be deception. And with it in reverse, because like the limiting beliefs are hidden, right? It's like the shadows. And with the moon being so bright right now, because we're in this full moon, the full moon is shining a light on whatever these beliefs are, right? And so Spirit is really wanting you to trust your heart, trust in what your intuition is telling you. If you're feeling uncertain, if you're wondering why this is, and you've got your hopes up, you know, it goes back to looking at the bigger picture. Don't put yourself in a situation that you're going to regret later just because you want it. You want this companion partnership, this unity so badly you're willing to overlook. Because once it's done, it's harder to get out of, right? So you want to make sure that this person you're committing to, or this business or partnership or whatever it is that you're committing to, that there is no deception there, okay? And I'm really feeling like Spirit just really wants you to trust your emotions. What's your emotions telling you? What's your gut telling you? And listen to it, because it is the guidance. It is the guidance that you need to hear. So let me see what this Buddha prepares. What else do you have? You've got the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Again, it is someone, this Two of Pentacles, because Pentacles are all about everything on the earth, you know, whether it's a home, a business, a relationship, like everything on the earthly plane. Somebody is juggling, right? Somebody's juggling two things. This person is juggling two things, whether this person, you know, because again, I've got this young energy, right? This is the Knight of Pentacles. This is, you know, moving forward with a pentacle, giving you a message of moving forward with whatever this is that you want, but not still being immature and not being completely committed, you know, because they're juggling two things, whether this is juggling two people, juggling a better offer, if it's a business contract, juggling if they want this or they want something else, or if they want their freedom, or they want to be, again, when I was talking about the wishy-washy energy, like this Two of Pentacles is like juggling two things, trying to see what's the best, you know. And I'm just going to put this out there for my pile one. If this has to do with a love relationship, if you are involved with someone that is still trying to figure out if you're the one for them, you need to let them go. And I know that's harsh to say that, but you need to, your worth is being tested right now. And I want you to know that when you make the commitment, even though you're feeling passionate, or maybe you're not feeling passion, right? You're wanting to have that passion because you just feel like something is off. Trust your gut, okay? Because this is a test. I always call it a test. Maybe this is the sort of relationship. Now, this is for somebody specific, but maybe this is the sort of relationship you always attract, okay? Somebody immature, someone who always puts their needs first, someone that always thinks that there's, the grass is greener on the other side, someone that, puts their foot in a little bit, but not completely in it. They're not consistent. They break their promises to you. This person isn't worthy of your love, okay? Are worthy of this commitment. Like, you are all in. For my pile ones, I'm seeing that you're all in, but this person, it's a very immature energy. It's not a page, which a page energy is very immature. He's got a little bit of direction, and I feel like he talks a good game. I'm looking at the knight. This doesn't have to be gender specific, but this person talks a good game, all right? But he's very immature. He wants you to believe he's got it together, right? He wants you to believe that he's got the pentacles. He wants you to believe that he's got the wands, like he knows where he's going. But the moon card is in the middle, and the moon card is saying that there's deception. Like, you need to trust your intuition. That's very specific, because what we got on the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant is about a commitment, right? This could be a priest, this could be a lawyer, this could be a counselor in the government. Like, this is somebody that would sign that contract. And with this energy, having, like, if the commitment in the contract were upright, I would say it's moving in the right direction, just not as quickly as you want it to. But with the contract and the commitment in reverse, watch yourself, right? Look at the bigger picture. Because the Hierophant is, it is, whatever this is, it is a huge commitment, okay? You're willing to give it 100%, but it is the energy, and I keep going back to this wishy-washy energy, right? So before I end your reading, what I'd like to tell you for my pile ones is, when we are looking for partnership and we're looking to attract something into our lives, we must do the inner work in order to call in that person. So if this person is wishy-washy, you might want to look at where in your life, looking at the bigger picture, where are you not fully committing? And I'm going to say this, and don't shoot the messenger, because it just came through. It's, you don't commit to yourself, right? Like, it's easier for you to look at the external of whatever this love relationship is. Now, this is very specific for somebody out there. Like I said, this is a general reading. But it's this external wanting to feel validated, wanting to have somebody love you, and you're ready to move on to the next chapter in your life. And this person just thinks like, it's this just very immature energy, like almost like they know they got it on, they've got it going on kind of energy. And so they don't know that they want to commit, because what if they commit to whatever this commitment is? What if they do and something better comes along? And let me just tell you, for my pile ones, if that is the energy, then you need to trust your heart and listen to those signs that you are giving, that are coming up, right? Because the moon, this full moon, the reason why you chose pile 1 is because the Pisces moon is very emotional, okay? And the Pisces moon does represent about boundaries. This is, if you don't have healthy boundaries, this is when people sneak in and take advantage, okay? So it really highlights boundaries and intuition and trusting in what you want for your highest good. And so I'm just really feeling for my pile 1 that this is all about you looking at the bigger picture, because the signs are there. The signs are there. That's all I keep hearing is we've been giving them the signs. They don't want to listen because they feel like, when I look at Azumi, it's like that feeling of happiness, joy. Like when this happens, you're going to feel so good, but you're not feeling good right now. And you think that when the person commits, again, this is very specific for one person. This is just what's coming up for my pile 1s, but you're feeling like when this person commits, that's when you can move forward with your life and really start living. And it's out of balance, going back to, having the blindfold on and, holding the scales. It's out of balance because your intuition is telling you one thing, but you're pushing for more energy towards wanting it to happen the way you want it to, even though you know that there's something that needs to be worked on, because this juggling act that this person is doing is because they think they have better options. I'm sorry to say that, my pile 1s, but Spirit really wants you to hear this, okay? And if this is about business, again, this partner that you're thinking about getting involved with for your business, maybe they're waiting for another contract. Okay, it could even go towards, if you're buying a home, maybe you're waiting on the realtor, and the reason why you're not getting the offer is because there's a better offer, right? And the realtor is waiting for the better offer to commit before they give you the news, because they want to make more money, okay? So they're not going to tell you, be honest with you with the contract, because they're still waiting for the better offer. So whatever it is, that's the kind of energy that's coming up. It is you feeling out of alignment, and you're in this waiting energy, and there's this very immature energy around you from the other person. They're playing games. They think that they're on top of it. They're just juggling 2 balls. They're in control. And Spirit is saying, when you look at the bigger picture and you trust your heart and you do the work and really trust what's coming through, those signs that are being given to you by the divine, then you'll make the right answer. So that's all I have for you, my pile 1s. I know that was kind of deep. Again, I would just like to share with you, the Manifesting Moon journals are available on Amazon, and it is more than just a planner journal. It is a way for you to commit to yourself and your intuition, your spiritual gifts, and self-love, okay? And so this tool is it's amazing to help you tap into your intuition and trust what you truly desire. And that's why I created it. But that's all I have for you, my pile 1s. Thank you so much for being here. And if this resonates with you, I would love for you to leave a comment down below the video. Give me a like, subscribe to my channel, And, you know, let me know if you are dealing with something like this. Thanks again for being here, Pile One. Hello, hello, my Pile Twos. Welcome back to your reading. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that I've collaborated with Lucky and Love Crystals. If you've already purchased your Manifesting Moon Magic Planner Journal and you're looking for a good source for crystals, she's put together this beautiful bag of crystals for you to work with the planner journal. You've probably heard me talk about them in future videos, but this is a manifesting process. It's more of a self-love ritual that you give back to yourself. So let's go ahead and move forward with your reading. So if you picked Pile 2, you were drawn to this crystal. This is citrine, and citrine is all about abundance, prosperity. It is associated with your solar plexus, which is your confidence and your I am energy. So you were drawn to citrine because maybe you're wanting to feel the confidence, or maybe you are feeling confident and you feel like everything is working out good for you and you just want to know what else is coming up for you. So let's go ahead and move on with your readings. I'm going to start with the Oracle cards. This one comes from the Goddess of Power, and we've got liberation. Liberation. It's a beautiful card. The Goddess Kali, she stands for values. She stands for other people's rights. She is all for, you know, liberating others from, you can see that there's two swords that cross her heart. It's all about, you know, being at a crossroads, not knowing and wanting to be liberated, wanting this freedom. So with the Kali of liberation, there's something that we're going to go through your cards to get more clarity on this, but there is something that you want, like, I'm hearing like you're feeling protected. There is something that you want to get across. You want to be vindicated. Like, it's like, you know, something, you've been, you know what's right from wrong, and you want to be liberated from that. Okay. So let's just go ahead and move on with your reading and see how this all fits into all your other cards. I've got the energy of walking away. So for my Pile 2s, the moon is trying to shine a light. This beautiful full moon in Pisces is really wanting you to, you know, trust in your intuition. And, you know, it is about walking away from what doesn't serve you, right? It's like this truth that, you know, this, whatever this is, could be, you know, because this is a general reading. It could be that you are stuck at a job that you can't, like, you see that there's a lot of dishonesty going on in this job. And you're kind of like, you can't say anything about it because you'll get fired, right? So it's like this tug, and you're just ready to walk away from it. You're ready to, you know, be free like a butterfly, fly your wings and go where, because you can see even in this card, there's two crystal balls here. There's butterflies flying in the background. It's like walking, you see a different future, basically. You see a different future for yourself, and you know that those golden gates, when you walk through it, it's going to be a better life for you, a better outcome. Okay, let's go ahead and move. We've got surrender to the divine, full moon. So yeah, there is this, you know, like this warrior. I'm really picking up on like a warrior energy of like, you've got to fight the fight. You've got to be the voice of everyone. You've got to do what's right for everyone. And sometimes things are out of your hand. Like when you trust in the divine and you surrender, you know that things are always going to work out in the highest, for the highest good. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, all the time, we don't have control over what other people do. We don't have control of other people's external circumstances. The only thing that we have control over is how we react to them, right? And so for my pile twos, that's something you need to contemplate here. Because either you're going to stay and try to liberate the whole situation, or you're going to put yourself first and you're going to walk away from it, and you're just going to surrender and know that everything that you are doing, you have been divinely guided here. Let's just see what your other oracle card is. We've got the Lady of Lightning, surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. It's like you can see she's rising above. She's understanding that she's only in charge of clearing her own beliefs, her own outcome. And I'm feeling like for some, because this is a general reading, that for some of you, it's like there's going to be some news that comes in that's going to surprise you, and it's going to be a shock, but it's what you needed to hear. And this is for someone who needs to hear this. Again, this is a general reading, but being that we are experiencing a full moon and she shines a light on things that are hidden. For my pile two, something's going to come to the surface, whether it is a paradigm shift where you are seeing what your limiting beliefs are and you're like, oh, okay, I'm responsible for this decision. I need to move forward. Or whatever this is that you want to feel liberated from, it comes to the surface where you can't, it's like the truth is out. And, it's like, you don't want to say, I told you so. You don't want to be the person that says, I knew it, I'm right, I was right. Like, you don't want to be that person, but there's something has to come in order to have your voice be heard. Okay. Because I do feel like for my pile twos that you are the voice of the people. Like, you really like to speak up for others. You really care about when someone is being treated unfairly. And you could even be feeling like you're being treated unfairly in this, this could be in a job situation. And you're ready to walk away. It's like you are fed up, is what I'm hearing. It's like, I'm fed up. And then something gets dropped on you that finalizes. And this doesn't have to be like something major, but something is going to come to light with this full moon. And I'm looking at the number 35. 35 goes, if you were to break it down to its simple, it's 8. So I'm feeling like this could happen in 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. I know that's very vague, but there's something to do with the number 8. It's going to come in, but it's going to make you surrender and knowing that you don't have control over everything. Okay, so let's see what your tarot cards are. You've got the Ascent, Loving Elementals in the reverse, and the Queen of Keys. Okay, so in the Ascent card, You are rising above. So you've been doing the work, okay? You've been doing the work. You've been moving forward. Whatever it is that you've been climbing and like, I kind of hear like my, like your nose is to the grind, right? And with the loving elementals in reverse, this is like having fun, joy, celebration. So whatever this is, there is no joy in it, right? It's like it's sucking the life out of you. It's like every time you show up into that building or whatever this is, because again, this is a general read, it doesn't feel good anymore, right? But you've been doing what's been right. Like, I do feel like you're the person that always does what's best for everyone else, for my pile twos. And you're just ready to feel abundant. You're ready to get paid what you owe. You're ready to be seen, your value, because you've got the Queen of Keys here, and you can see like she's of royalty. She's overlooking the grounds. She's standing here next to her in her castle, peering over. You can see over here, there is it's like her husband the king is riding on the horse coming. And so she's watching, but the Queen of Keys is holding the power, right? Knowing she's the queen and she deserves it, damn it. She deserves everything that she desires. And so I feel like for my pile twos, it's like you've been giving it 100%, whatever this is. You've been working your ass off and you're not getting the acknowledgement for it. And it's the thief, right? It's a thief of your joy. And you're ready to walk away from this. So let's get some clarifiers for my pile twos. Let's see, Spirit, what messages do you have for my pile twos for this full moon in Pisces with the Ascent card? Clarify this 7 of Keys Ascent card. Because you've been working hard, right? So what does my pile twos need to hear and clarify this? 7 of Keys. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is that sense of feeling secure. This feeling like it's been given to you by the divine, and it's in reverse. So, for my pile twos, whatever you've been working on, you do feel like no matter how hard you try, no matter what you give, it's never enough. And you still don't feel secure. You're still not, let me just move these cards up here so you guys can see better. You're still not feeling that sense of security. Like, that you're not being treated like the queen. I do feel like this is really work related. But, again, this is a general read. It could be that in a relationship. It could be a friendship. Whatever you've been working hard on. And, it's like you're kind of starting to feel like, for what? Like, why am I giving so much to this? And it's robbing me of my joy. And I don't even feel like the queen. I'm not even being acknowledged for whatever this is. I hope this resonates. And this could be very specific to someone who's listening, but that's just kind of the energy that's coming up in this reading. Let's go ahead and get some clarifiers on this. 3 of Roses in reverse. Spirit, can we please clarify this 3 of Roses? What do my pile twos need to know about this? Okay. Yeah, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So, it's like this elevation of money, of feeling like it's like, I feel this heavy energy, so sorry for sighing. I feel a lot of frustration right now. So I'm picking up on pile two's energy, like there's a lot of frustration there. And you're ready to walk away from this because you've been giving so much. You're not getting acknowledged for it. You've been working hard. You don't feel any joy. You're not getting compensated for a job well done. You're being overlooked. And, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune upright, it's about completing a cycle. So when we experience a full moon shines a light on things that we need to shift out of what's going on in our lives so we don't bring it into another lunar cycle. So like if you decide you're going to walk away and you're starting an exit plan from whatever this is because something happens, like it's a surprise, it's a shock, like maybe you put in for a promotion or a raise and you were overlooked and you found out that somebody else, maybe there was like, oh, I'm sorry, we're not promoting right now because of COVID, or we're not giving pay raises because of COVID or whatever. And then all of a sudden you find out that somebody else got an increase. And then you're just like, all right, okay. And where it says surrender to the divine, it's because this is not happening to you, it's happening for you because there's something bigger on your life, in your life that you're supposed to be doing. Now, I'm not saying that you go in with blazing and say, I quit, and you don't have anything in the pipeline or you don't have an exit plan, but it is time for you to start thinking of this exit plan, because you don't want to go into the waning energy and then start the new lunar cycle and then come back around again and get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You want the real Wheel of Fortune upright. You want to know that all of your work that you've been putting in, everything that you've been doing is because you are in the right place and you're being acknowledged and you're being treated like the queen of the castle, right? Because for my pile twos, you are very loyal, right? Like you fight, you fight for, like, it could even be this company that you work for. Like maybe you really believed at one time in their message and you really fought for them. And then there's like this letdown because they don't have your back, right? That kind of feeling of being overlooked. There's some injustice here, like you know, I can feel the frustration right now. I can feel there is a lot of frustration. So let's get some clarity on this. Queen of Keys, please, Spirit. What does my pile two need to know? Because I know you've been working really hard with this citrine coming. You're ready for a raise. You're ready for your money to come in. You're ready for that abundance. And you've had this roadblock and you're like, okay, I'm giving it 100%. I'm working. I'm not happy anymore. I'm not being treated like the queen. I'm just ready to walk away from this. There's no security in this. You know, the money is not coming in. Like that's kind of the feeling. So go ahead and, okay, Spirit, let me just, excuse me. Let me release some of this frustration for a minute. Let me just take a deep breath. I'm like holding the cards really tight because I can just feel this frustration. Okay, Spirit, for my pile twos, please, can you give them this? My pile twos wants this Queen of Keys energy. What advice can you give for my pile twos to help them with this frustration and what's coming through? What do my pile twos? Okay, we got two cards here. Okay, High Priestess in reverse and Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So, and then we've got Justice or Judgment in reverse on this deck. Judgment in reverse. So for my pile twos is what Spirit is wanting you to know is that you're not listening to your intuition. And so this card, the full moon in Pisces, is all about intuition. It's, you know, it's a very powerful energy. Again, feeling like with this goddess Kali. And with it being in reverse, it's like you don't feel like you're on your throne. But what Spirit is saying, it's because you're not trusting your intuition. So, excuse me, when we are in a reactive state, for my pile twos, when we are in a reactive state and we have a lot of anger and we're frustrated, we can't listen to our intuition. Our intuition is blocked. We don't trust it because our thoughts, we're in our head. We're just thinking about all the injustice. We're thinking about how we're being screwed. We're thinking, you know, and so it's like the divine's giving you some guidance. And because you're in that frustrated energy, you can't hear your intuition. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And, you know, upright, it means that, you know, money is coming and the divine is granting you. But there's a block there. This is what's blocking you from your Queen of Keys energy. This is blocking you from making you feel like the queen, because you're staying in a situation hoping that they're going to finally see your value and they're going to give you what you truly deserve. And you're not listening to your intuition. And there's a lot of fear around it, right? Like not trusting. And so the Judgment in reverse is, you know, it's hard to make a judgment, right? It's hard to make the decision because you haven't awakened to that decision, right? So Judgment upright, you know, it's like a finality, right? It's like walking away. It's seeing the big picture. It's knowing that there's something better for you. It's knowing that you can take the right step and you're going to move forward. But because there's so much frustration around this, like even underneath, we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Like, it's that feeling of, you know, not being heard and not seeing the big picture and not surrendering to the divine. You've got to surrender to the divine and trust your intuition, and know that when you trust your intuition, that is when you're going to be given the Ace of Pentacles. That's when the Wheel of Fortune is going to come in, because there's some resistance around you. So if it's not walking away from a job, it could be walking away from how you react to a situation. And the reason why you're reacting to this situation the way you do is because you don't trust. You don't have faith, you don't trust, so you're blocking everything, right? You don't, even with the roses, the Three of Roses in reverse, it's like you're not trusting in people, you're not trusting in fun. It's because you want to be vindicated, like liberation. You want to be right. You want, you know, your voice to be heard, and whether it's the voice of others. But this frustration is blocking you. So what Spirit wants you to do is during this full moon is to surrender to the divine. Go inwards, do some soul searching, do some journaling, some gratitude, really sit with the emotions that are coming up. What are you feeling? Why are you so frustrated? Like write it out and give it to the moon. Burn it. Write down the list of what you're frustrated about, and then burn the list, of course, in a safe area so you don't start a fire or have a bowl of water or something there. But release it during this full moon and learn to surrender, learn to soften a little bit and give it to the divine and know that things are going to work out. See the bigger picture, because with this surprise that's coming in, it could be once you write down all of this frustration, you'll have a different perspective. You'll be able to see what that paradigm is that's been holding you back. So again, it's a lot of letting go of the frustration and really focusing on what is going on with you, because it's easy to blame the external when we're not listening to what's going on internally. And there's a lot of this where headstrong energy, working hard, thinking if I do, then I will receive. And you're not receiving what you want to receive because you're in judgment of it, if that makes sense. I know that this is a full reading, but the good thing is that when you carve out time for yourself and you go inwards and you do the shadow work, you'll never have to deal with this again. This will all, like your floodgates will open again. You won't have to try so hard, work so hard. Your kink in your abundance hose will open up and the floodgates will just bring it on in. Okay. And so again, I just want to mention, I'm collaborating, with Lucky and Love crystals. And if you don't have any crystals, work with crystals to help you shift that energy. And my Manifesting Moon Magic Planner Journal helps you with the shadow work. So that's all I have for you, my pile twos. Please take care of yourself. Many blessings during this full moon, and get that letter out there, write it down and release it. Release all of that stuff. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. All right, welcome back. This reading is for my pile threes. If you chose this pile, it's because you were drawn to this stone here. This is a piece of moonstone, which represents peace, serenity, going within, intuition, which really is in alignment with this Pisces full moon. The Pisces full moon is all about introspection, trusting your intuition, your creativity, your dream state, your boundaries, and really doing what's best for you. So if you were drawn to this, it's because you are wanting more peace in your life. And if you don't have your crystals, I just want to let you know that I am collaborating with Lucky and Love Crystals, luckyandlovecrystals.com. And she's provided these beautiful crystals that work with the Manifesting Moon Magic Planner Journal. She gives you a whole bag full, but they are the crystals that are inside. And I show you, the metaphysical meaning behind it. I share that inside the planner and how to use it during the moon phases for those certain energies. I just wanted to let you know that. And so let's go ahead and move forward. So first, we're going to start off with your oracle cards. And this is the Goddess Power Oracle. And we've got Oshan, Generosity in reverse. Okay, so in upright, this is feeling very generous, loving. You can see there's a lot of yellow, so it's a lot of confidence, a lot of sacral or solar plexus. Your solar plexus feels aligned. You feel good. You feel giving. You feel like your abundance is flowing in. I mean, look at the smile on her face. She feels good, right? And so with it in reverse, not feeling that way, okay, for my pile threes. Again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But like what I'm hearing is, like, you can see there's lemons around her. So it's like making lemonade out of lemons. Like, this is the Ocean energy, knowing that she's very abundant and in all aspects of her life. But when it's in reverse, it's coming from scarcity, because you can see she even has coins around her arm. So it's like there is some energy about worrying about money, okay, for my pile three. So let's move forward and see. So got the energy. So Angel of Strength. So my pile threes, you might be a Leo with the Strength card and the Ocean card. Like, I was feeling like that sun energy. You might be a Leo listening to this. And, you know, this is a beautiful card, the Angel of Strength. And it is trusting in you, trusting that you are the sun, trusting that you attract everything to you. So somewhere you feel off balance, like with being gravitating towards the moonstone. It's like wanting peace. There's something around you that has, you know, made things feel a little bit shaky. Let's just move on further into your reading so I can get more clarity on this. What do you need to release? The waning moon. Yeah. So you definitely have some energy that is blocking you, blocking your abundance, blocking your confidence. So, you know, with a full moon, which we are experiencing right now, the full moon in Pisces, the full moon is about our subconscious beliefs. She represents our subconscious mind. She brings up emotions. The moon is represented by the sun, or sun sign Cancer, which is very emotional. So she brings out the emotional aspects of who we are. She also shines a light on our limiting beliefs and what blocks us and what we need to heal. And, you know, after the full moon, we go into the waning energy. So what I'm hearing for my pile threes, this is the perfect time for you to go inwards and really see, because when a full moon comes in, it's all about your abundance, your harvest coming in. And if your harvest isn't coming in and you're not feeling generous, there is some beliefs there that are blocking you. There's something coming in that is blocking you from that, because you are highly abundant. I'm just looking at this Angel of Strength. Like you don't realize how abundant you are, is what I'm hearing. And so during the waning energy is when you really need to like work with crystals and journal with the Manifesting Moon Magic Journal and really do the shadow work and see what is coming up. What beliefs are you still holding on to about generosity, about money? Are you holding on too tight? Let's go ahead and see what else comes up. The Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention and detachment. Okay, so I'm seeing here with this card, like you can see there's a little fairy down here. There's a couple of crystals here. Almost looks like carnelian, which is all about, it's this crystal right here, which is about energy, confidence, passion, taking action, knowing where you're going, hitting the mark, intention and detachment. Okay. 10, break it down, turns into 1, which is a new beginning. So for my pile threes, you're forgetting about your inner power, your inner magic. You're not trusting in in your value. You're not, you don't know, like you're kind of, let me backtrack here. It's like I get this vision of someone getting out of bed and just they're either on a hamster wheel doing the same thing day in and day out, or they wake up feeling lost, like they don't know what to do next. And that's giving your power away. So in order to manifest abundance into your life, you must have a target. You must know where you are going. You must have those intentions. That's one of the reasons why I created Manifesting Moon Magic, is because the intentions, you set your intentions in the beginning of it, and you stay on your mark. You stay focused in a 90-day increment so you can see what you want to achieve. And so whatever this is that you're wanting to achieve, you're not feeling abundant around it because it's not having the strength, right? And I don't want these readings to sound negative, because they're not, but during a full moon, she's trying to shine a light on what is holding you back, what is blocking you, or even shining a light with what is moving you forward. And if this was upright, this would be like, oh, wow, you are on fire. Like you're feeling abundant, money is in, you're in your strength, you're confident, you've been doing the inner work, you know where your intentions are, you know when to detach from them. Like this would be awesome. But being that Oshan is in reverse, not feeling so much that way for my pile threes. And we all go through this. So don't beat yourself up, because we're human, we're spirit having a human experience. And being that society is, what we trade for the things that we have value is money. And so if you're feeling like that's lacking, or maybe you just, maybe you just aren't feeling good in general. Okay, because when I look at her, like she just feels good. It doesn't all have to be around money, but she just feels good. Like the sun is beaming down on her. It's warming her skin. Her environment makes her smile. Like she just is in her element. In reverse, there is no satisfaction there. There is like, beating up on how you look, beating up on your body, beating up on your environment, what you have, like not being in gratitude. And that's another thing that inside the moon manifesting, I do have gratitude section, because when you are in gratitude, that is when you set the tone for your day. So let's go ahead and move on to your tarot cards. We've got the Mark of the Covenant. Let me move these up so we can see a little bit better. The Ark of the Covenant, 8 of Roses, and 4 of Scrolls. Yeah. Okay, so with the Ark of the Covenant, it's about a contract. Okay, it's a karmic contract that you have made with your ancestors, made with yourself. There's a contract that you're supposed to be keeping. And you can see that this is a divine contract, because there's the 2 men that are out in front of the fire, and they are, blocking, making sure that justice is served, that, that this contract is fulfilled, this covenant, this promise. A covenant is a promise to yourself, promise to what you want, promise to your desires. And then you've got community. So this is Sangha community, where it's a bunch of people from all over the world. So for my pile threes, you might be growing a business online. And because I'm seeing this community of a lot of people with a lot of different modalities, different belief systems, and you're wanting to grow, but it's like your money feels unstable. You don't know why there's this block here, but you're not keeping the promises to yourself. It's almost like you give to your community more than you give yourself. And because you are, I'm hearing healthy boundaries, and also with the moon in Pisces, it is about being careful with your boundaries, because you've got the karmic trench. Karmic trench is doing the same thing and expecting different results. You can see he's digging in one trench. He's planting all of his seeds in one trench, but he's got the whole field. He's got rows and rows of places where he can plant seeds. So you're planting your seeds somewhere that's not giving you the return. And because it's not giving you the return, you aren't feeling confident. And you know, it's like your nature is to be very generous. Your nature is very giving to others. But it's almost like I'm hearing is that you are giving so much to this community, whatever it is that you're growing, and you're expecting different results. It's like, I just keep hearing, it's like you're digging in the same trench, expecting different results. So what you need to release is that you are worthy of trying something new. Like what you need to release is the detachment to this. Because, you know, sometimes when we want something so badly, and we've started something, we tell ourselves we can't give up now. You know, I'm not going to give up because I already, and it's like that stubborn energy. I'm not giving up. I've already invested this much time into it. I'm going to make it work. But with this detachment and what do you need to release, there is ego playing in this. You know, it's like this stubborn energy. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling very stubborn energy in this reading. Like I know how to do this. I know my way. I have my target. It's going to happen the way that I said it's going to happen. And you haven't surrendered to it. And so it's like, you're not seeing the results, but you're not willing to try something different. Doesn't mean that if you started a business, if you're growing a business, it doesn't mean that you have to give up on this business. But if the money, the abundance isn't coming in and you're not feeling the peace and you feel like you're constantly on like social media, because I see this community like really just eating up your time, okay? And yes, we are here to connect with others. That's not what this is about, but it is giving so much to something that isn't giving you the return, is what I'm hearing. You have a contract you made. There's a contract you made with yourself. You've given up on the contract of yourself, focusing on community, which has you digging in the same karmic trench. And by setting intentions and detaching from the concise outcome you want, you allow for the divine to come in and shift some of those energies. So the question is, during this full moon, what do you need to release? What are you holding on to so tightly that is taking you out of your goddess Ocean energy, that generosity energy, that feeling your worth, feeling the sun on your skin and just feeling good? What is it? So let's get some clarity on these cards. Spirit, please give me some guidance for my pile threes. What does my pile threes need to hear during this Pisces full moon? we're looking at the Ark of Covenant. Can you please clarify this Ark of Covenant? What do my pile threes need to? Okay. Two of Cups. Peace of mind. Peace of mind. Two of Cups can be look, you have the lion here. You have the lion there, being confident, having peace of mind, joining with people, but maybe joining with one person that's from your contract that's going to help you move away from this karmic trench. Two of Cups is being in alignment for what it is that you want. I'm also hearing love and money. I often talk about how love and money is closely tied. So if your love house is feeling like it's lacking, your money house will also, because we have that messaging in our DNA that, you know, we find value in ourselves when we have money and love. So do you have a relationship that's out of balance? Are you blocking yourself from a relationship? Have you walked away from a relationship, and maybe this relationship was part of your covenant? Like you were meant to be together, and you're just focusing on people to distract you, and you're digging in the same ditch and you're not getting the results. You're not living your life fully like how you truly want to feel. You want to feel like this in your strength. Feel that energy. I just feel like my shoulders are really tight right now, and I feel like there's a lot of tense energy around you. Like you just need to take a deep breath and exhale and let go a little. Just got to let go. It's time to release. What do you need to release? I almost feel like the reason why there's that stubborn energy is because for my pile threes, this is a specific message because this is a general read, but maybe there is somebody in your life that you are trying to prove to them that you will make this successful, that what you are doing. And so you've just got your head down and you're just going to keep going, but you're not looking up to see what needs to be tweaked. Where are you coming from in this? What do you need to release? Because something you're holding on to tightly is blocking you from abundance. Let's get some clarity on this Eight of Roses. Spirit, what does my pile three? Trust your intuition. Stand in your worth, your value, your high priestess energy. And, you know, it also can stand for like secrets being revealed, because again, we are in the full moon period, and the full moon is in Pisces, which is all about your intuition. So a secret could be revealed. Maybe you're going to see a different way. Maybe in your community, you're going to find out some truth and why you need to shift from, you know, digging in the same ditch. Let's get some clarity on this karmic trench. What does my pile threes need to hear with this karmic trench? We got two. Hangman, Eight of Wands. So you're on the fence. You know, you need to get more confident in your decisions, get stronger in yourself with changing direction, because you've been working really hard. Can you see, like, there's all of these wands? Wands is about working hard, you know, working on something, like here, digging in this ditch, but take your blindfold off and pick one of the wands, because not all of the wands are working, but because you're so focused with your blindfold on, because you don't have the confidence to let that go, or even, you know, to try something differently, it keeps you stuck. So you need to take a step out of the situation. You need to step out of the situation and look at the rows where you're planting your seeds and where else you could be planting your seeds. How else can you be making this work? Trusting your intuition, because when we invest in everyone else, we forget about what's right for us. What do we love? What makes us feel good? What makes us feel complete, strong? Let's put this up there. What makes us feel like we love what we're doing, in our strength, our confident energy. This is the high priestess energy of knowing that what she's deciding, she trusts on her decision, and she's not leaving it up to the community to tell her that she has value or worth. Hangman, decision. There's a delay there because you're indecisive. Your intuition is telling you, but you don't want to hear it. Again, that very stubborn energy that I'm feeling. And Spirit is saying you're not going to know the direction to go until you step out of it and look at the situation more clearly. What do you need to release? That is your message, pile 3. What do we have? We've got 10 of Swords. Yep. It's an ending of a situation. So whatever this situation is, if you don't step away from it and see how you can go at it from a different perspective, plant your seeds somewhere else, burnout. 10 of Swords is like burnout. It is, this person is dead beat, like exhausted, burnout, feeling defeated, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like they're done. All right. And this is a completion. 10 of Swords is a completion, which you can receive that completion when you decide to take the blindfold off, step away, regroup, dig, plant your seeds somewhere else. Look at it from a different perspective is what I'm hearing. Okay, my pile 3s, that's all I have for you. Enjoy this amazing full moon in Pisces. I'm hearing that Spirit really wants you to sit with yourself and really take a bird's eye view on whatever this is and look at it from different perspectives. What can you do to change, to give yourself a different outcome? But not in a sense of scarcity. Spirit wants to be clear. It is coming from a detaching energy, like just having fun and going, oh, well, let me look at it this way. Well, this is what I've been doing. It's not working. What if I do it this way? Will this fill my cup up? Will I have joy? And if this isn't work related, it could be a relationship. Like this is what you're wanting, but you're doing the same thing over and over again in the relationship, and it's not giving back what you truly want from it. And so the question is, the full moon is wanting you to answer is, what do you need to release? And then write it down and release it, burn it. Make sure that you have a bowl of water, because I don't want you to start a fire, but, and release it, give it to the universe, detach from it. Because there is some energy here of being stubborn and holding tightly, because there's no faith there. There's no trust there. And your intuition is your inner guidance, and it is always there for your highest good. So that's all I have for you, my pile threes. Enjoy your lovely evening. Thank you for being here.